So we're going to cover a few different things today. As you're all aware, this is aimed at the members of our clubs and organisations. So I can see we have some administrators and some members here. So this will be useful for both parties. You can see what your members' experience is, and also we're going to be able to, as I said, be able to share that this recording with your members at a later time. Okay, so the first things I wanted to cover, we're going to do a live demonstration firstly of using one of our demo sites, just going through the members area. So the first thing obviously your members are going to need to do is log into the website. Most of our sites will all have a login area up the top here. Alternatively, it might be sitting under your login area under your membership tab, but generally most of them will use the login up the top here. So going into the login, you'll need to insert your username, which will then take you through to your password. If for any reason you've forgotten your username and or password, you do have these options here where you can go through the process of resetting your password, or you'll also have an option of doing a one-time code, which is emailed through to you to get you to log into the system. You can then update your password once you're in your account area. So adding in my username here and my password, I'm then going to be taken through to the members area. So the members area is only for logged in members. And there's various information in here that you'll find useful for managing your own memberships. And obviously there's the ability to see your membership card and renew, update your details and so on. So you've got lots of different tabs in here. This account area here is where we can update our information that has created our login account for us. So lots of this isn't able to be edited in the membership form because it's all related to our account. So we've got your name, your username, and you can update your password all in this area. You can update your email address. And you've got some emergency contact details and so on. So this form might differ from organisation to organisation. It all depends on the configuration. The My Documents section is a members only documents area. So your club administrators have the ability to lock down certain document areas to to various membership types. And if that's the case, then the listing will be all available in here. So this is the type of, this is the category of documents that are available to members only. You may find that there's other document categories in this area and they are likely to just be public and available to someone that is not logged in. But yes, that's the one that displays in your account area there is an administrator only area. The security tab is where you'll be able to enable two-factor authentication if that's configured and turned on for your organisation's website. Again, you can update your, sorry, Liz.
All right, can I just interrupt? I've seen there's a few people actually having trouble sharing this shared screen, so I just thought I might overtake you for a second. Just making sure you've got that pinned so that it looks like it's working for me, but there's a couple that can't seem to see that.
Yeah, okay.
Anyone else having trouble seeing the shared screen? No? Okay. That's all right. I will answer in chat. I just wanted to make sure that it was that, okay. Yep. I'll be able to answer that. It's unpinned. So we need to repin it. So you need to bring up the whole list of people and find the shared screen and then repin it. Okay. I'll see if I can do that. I will answer in chat. I just wanted to make sure everyone else wasn't experiencing it.
Yeah, sure. As long as everyone can see. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so this area here, as I mentioned, you can turn on and off two-factor authentication. Now, this may or may not be available for your organisation. It all depends on that configuration. but you can also update your email address and your mobile number in here. It also keeps a log of your recent logins, so that you can check your login history and make sure that it's all legitimate and you. Your payments area is where you will be able to save your card details for any future payments. It can just make things easier if you're going through a renewal process and your card's already saved in there. It's not a requirement. You don't have to save your card details in here. And everything that you put into this area is fully encrypted and lives on the gateway. So it's not information that your site administrator can see. It's nothing that we can see. It is fully encrypted and completely secure. You can see the type of subscriptions you've got. So if you have a automatic payment as a membership product, then you will find that you've got a subscription tab in here, and then you've got a history of all of your payments, regardless of where you've paid on the website. So you can see some are our online store, some of the membership, the course, events, and so on. You'll have a history of all of that payment information in here. And on the left, you can click to download the invoice that relates to that payment. So you'll have all of that, your full history of and record of payments all there for you. Under the emails tab, you can see history of all of the emails that you've ever been sent from your organization. In here, you can click on the email icon to see exactly what that email entailed. And you can do a keyword or date search as well. So if you're looking for something specific. On the right-hand side, you've got your email preferences. And in here, you can mute various types of emails if you don't want to be receiving them. So if you hover over the information icon there, it will tell you exactly what emails that will mute. So hovering over this one, it says event reminders, event updates, and marketing emails. So I can turn that off and nothing from the events emails will come through to my inbox. Under the memberships tab, so this one's obviously one that we're all going to be using. You've got your basic account information here. As I mentioned, this is what creates your login account, all of this information. And then on the right, you've got your membership card. You've got the options to add it to your wallets. Some of you may have the ability to have a membership certificate. Again, that all depends on your organization's configuration. And the membership details. So the membership details is the form that you complete when you sign up to your club or organization. So you'll have the full information of all of that form in here, and you can edit that so that you're always keeping your information updated. Depending on on the membership product you own, you might have the ability to add secondary members. So because I have purchased a membership that is a family membership, I can add secondary members who sit underneath my membership. I will pay the invoices for them. The membership expiry date will remain the same for everybody in the membership. Basically, I manage the membership, and the secondary members all sit underneath my primary membership here. So this is a secondary member. And depending on the type on the configuration of the membership that you own, you will be able to add various other secondary members in there. There may or may not be a cap on that at some point. So it might be a family of 5, which would include myself and 4 other people, and it will stop me once I've added and hit that quota. So I can complete this form to add all my secondary members. And you'll notice a highlighted area here that mentions that if I enter a username here, then it will send an email out to the secondary member to let them know that they've been added to my membership, and they can come on in here set themselves a password, and it'll give them the ability to log into the members area on the website and also into the mobile app. That secondary member would then also display in this area down the bottom, and I can click the arrow down to see that full data in here. I can update any of the details, and I can remove a secondary member. So that's useful if you own a organisation membership where maybe your secondary members are employees who might come and go. And so when you need to remove an employee, you can delete them and then add someone else in their place. This additional data tab is used by some of our various clubs. So you may or may not have all of the same areas in this tabs. And it all just depends on the way your club or organisation has set up their system. So this one here creates separate data sets that holds against your membership. So you'll obviously have your full membership form, and then this sits separately to that. And in this case, it's for cards and licenses, where I can add information on my car. So again, very commonly used in car clubs. And I can also have a separate data set here that will enable me to add information into the system that keeps a record of my licenses as well. You can see here this button says I've added 1 of 3 cars, which means I'll be able to fill this out 3 times and have 3 separate cards all sitting against my membership. The events tab here will let us know any events that I've ever registered for. And because I haven't registered for any in here, it's suggesting some upcoming events that I might want to register for. So I can go on ahead and register for these different events, and I'll be able to see a history of that in here and download any invoices if I've paid for tickets or anything like that. As I said, these tabs may differ, and the last 3 here are quite possibly not in your standard members lists. And that includes online courses where members can sign up to and complete online courses. Listings, so many of you may have this one, and this gives the ability to create a directory listing and maintain it and view any statistics on views and clicks and the like, all in here. Some clubs or organisations might use this for sponsorship. So you might be a sponsor, you might be a organisation owner, and you have an organisational membership, and therefore you can create a directory listing. You can edit that at any time, which gives you the ability to come in here and update any of the details, upload logos and so on. And then when you have completed all of that, it shows in the club website's directory here. So you can see that we've got a list of all of the different directory listings, and we can filter that by category, postcode, and location. And lastly, we also have a CPD log. Again, this isn't one that everybody's going to have available on their site, but a CPD log is continued professional development. It's used by lots of our associations and organisations that keep track of different training records, points and credits and hours all involved in training in related courses. Okay, so that's the membership area, which is available to everybody that owns a membership. There are also other areas that when you're logged into as a member into the website, you may have additional access to as well. So it's worthwhile always logging into your website, because some things like events or separate pages, your organisation might have configured an entire members area, which is pages within the website that are only available to logged in members. As I mentioned before, some of the document library items and some chat areas as well. So you can have an online chat room. So it's always worthwhile logging in because you might find you've got more access logged in than not. Okay, so moving on to our events. Again, logging into when you're viewing the events is definitely worthwhile for a couple of reasons. You can see here we've got highlighted categories that are all related to what the events are. This one here is a member-only event. Now, if I was logged out, I wouldn't see this event at all. It wouldn't even display in the list. So it's worthwhile to do that so that you can see every event that's available to you. There's also some events that if I log in to purchase a ticket, I can see the details to the event. But when I click to purchase tickets, it then asks me to log in because the tickets themselves are only available to logged in members. So having a look at one of these, that one's not the greatest example of dynamic ticketing. So this one here, we can go through and complete the form, which lots of it will be pre-filled because I'm logged in, the system already has my details. And I can go through and I can register if I'm coming or not. So I can say, yes, I'm coming. And one of my secondary members, who might be GuideLog, is going to come. So it's advising that there's going to be 2 attendees coming, and I can go through and register. I can then choose to add it to any of my calendar links. So that's registrations for an event. You can also have an event that you can purchase tickets to. So this obviously then accepts payments, and there might be various types of tickets. So this one just has the general admission, but you might have options of various types of tickets that you want to purchase in here. As I mentioned, some events might be set so that you have to be logged in to be able to purchase any tickets, but it's also to your advantage to log in because when you've got various tickets in here, it's possible that members might have a discounted price and you won't see that unless you're logged in. So you can go through the process of checking out. It will ask you any questions that have been configured or information that needs to be collected by the organizer of the event. And then you can proceed through checkout where you'll select your payment options and go through the final checkout process. You will then be sent through an email. If you've paid via ticketing, then you will have an invoice attached to that email. And it's worth noting also that it depends on your club or organisation as to what payment options there are when you make it to this checkout area. Okay. All right. Again, as I mentioned, a couple of different areas within the website that you may or may not be able to access, all depending on the different settings that your organisation has set up. So the documents area, you may have some member-only documents. The online chat, unless you're logged in, you won't access this page at all. It will just ask you to log in. Now, everybody has the chat option on the mobile app. Unless the organisation has quite purposely turned it off, there might not be a reason for the chat module. But there's also different types of chats. So you'll notice that there's interest groups, and this is an opt-in chat where I can say, I want to join this one because that looks like something I might be interested in, and it'll enable me to contribute to that chat. You also might be automatically added to a chat group if an event has been set up so that it automatically adds everybody that's registered for that event to come through. So that then gives the event organizer the ability to keep everyone updated as their event approaches and even during the event. So certainly a handy tool there as well. Okay, I'm going to move on to our Member Jungle app area. So we all the websites have the ability to have their members on the mobile app. The Member Jungle mobile app allows you to log into your club or organisation's website or mobile app more specifically, where a lot of this information is pulled over into that app so that you can stay updated and have all of that information and your membership with you at all the time. So many people use their phones as their means of communication these days, so having that all with you is nice and simple. So to download the mobile app, you've got a couple of different options. You may have been emailed directly from your club, in which case you might see these top two icons here, which are clickable links that will take you straight through to the App Store. Going through to the App Store will then also search for Member Jungle for you, and you'll be able to then download that mobile app to log in. You also have the option of a QR code. Now, the QR code you will generally find under the membership drop-down list with it might be called mobile app or using the app, but most of the websites will have that available under that drop-down, and you can scan this QR code to be taken through to the App Store and enable downloading the app. Of course, you can also go directly to the App Store yourself and search for Member Jungle, and you'll find us there with our green tiger logo for you to download that. Once you've downloaded the app, you can then, there's a couple of ways that you can log in. So you can search for your club's name, and that will enable you to go through, find your club. It might have a bit of an explanation about who the club is, what they are, what they do, logo, and so on. And you can go ahead and log in. The other option is to scan that QR code again from that mobile app page, and it will take you directly to the app to log in, where you'll use the same username and password that you use on the website, and it'll all be on the mobile app. Okay, so I'll just share my screen from my phone to show you the mobile app. Okay, so going into the mobile app here, and this is the app homepage.
Yep.
So on here, I can see my membership card, and I've got the option to add it to my Apple Wallet. Now, adding it into my wallet enables me to have this information all at hand. It has the QR code, so administrators can scan that for attendance to events and so on. And it just keeps all of that right at my fingertips by having it there in the app, so there in the wallet. Every membership card has a barcode. Now, this barcode can be used for scanning again by the administrator of your organisation, and it can mark you as attended to various events if you've registered, or it can also just have, they can just create an attendance report. They just need a report to see who was where and when for any particular reason. You can see we've got the featured products. So this is the online store, and this has been enabled for us to purchase items in the app. So I can click on any of these items, add them to cart, and I can proceed right through to payment and checkout, all via the app without leaving at all, to then make those purchases all within the app. Any featured blogs or news articles are all shown in here, so I can go through and read any of those. And then at the bottom, we've got all the quick links that we can go shortcuts through to the various modules. So if I click on the events, I can see a list of all of the events. I can filter them by the different event types and scroll across to see what types we have available to us. I can purchase tickets all via the app, which can take me through that same checkout process that we saw on the website. And if I click on the registrations tab, I would be able to see, that's not a very good example, I would be able to see anybody that was attending. I don't have any that are attending. Not a very good example there. Okay, we can see a list of all of the latest news. Clicking on any of those will take me through to read the full news article. And you can see in the top right, I can also share any of those to social media and so on. The resource library is the document library. Keep in mind that these may or may not be renamed for your organisation. The chat room, again, I can see all the different chats that I'm involved in. And this is the same chat that we saw on the web chat as well. So people can chat either from the website or the mobile app, and it will all work together. I can see any photos in my organisation's photo album, any blogs. The directory is handy in here because I can go through the different categories, and I can do any searches. Once I'm into a listing, I can then also see the map of where they are and click to go directly to my Google Maps to direct me to them as well. We can see the full online store, which again I can filter by the different categories. The My Cards area will show you any membership cards that you have. Some people are members of more than one membership level, so there might be multiple membership cards in this area as well. The order history will give me the ability to download any invoices from any past purchases I've made throughout the website or the mobile app. And the account area has all of my account information where I can go through and update that if need be. And I can view my secondary members as well. I've also got a shortcut here to go directly to my secondary members, and I can click on that and update those as well if need be. This handy, sorry, jumping back in there, this is handy if you have a family membership. You might have somebody that is a junior and they don't have a phone or the ability to log in themselves, but they need to show their currency of membership to attend somewhere. So you can bring up your secondary members' membership cards via the mobile app in this area as well. The additional data is my data set. So I have my cars and my licenses in here. I can contact the site administrator or the membership coordinator and send them an email directly from the app. And the website one will open up the full website for us on there. It's right one. It's you've got your chat icon down in the bottom right here, which again is just a shortcut through to the chat. And up in the top left, you've got the lines there, which open up the slide out navigation. So in here, you've got the ability to see any notifications that have been sent through. So it might be that the club's set up a new event that's available for you and so on. So you can have notifications in there. You'll also get notifications anytime somebody adds to a chat group that you're involved in. We've seen all of these different module pages here and the cards and so on, but at the very bottom, you've got your notification settings. And in here, you can set up exactly how many or what settings you will have for each of the different modules so that you get notifications or not, depending on your preferences. And you've also at the very bottom, you've got the theme. So mine's currently set on the dark theme. I can set that to light, and you can see that it turns everything into the light theme as well. So some people find one easier to navigate than the other. Okay, so once your members are using the app, it's certainly worthwhile just because this is obviously for the administrators, but it's easy to then communicate with everybody, sending out push notifications and so on, so that your members are engaged and know exactly what's going on with your club every time you add a news item or an event and so on. So it's a great tool to have right there in your pocket. It's also worthwhile noting, and we will cover this a little more later, but when your members come time to renew their membership, they will get a big banner at the top of their mobile app that advises them to do that. And they are able to just click a renew button in the mobile app, which will take them straight through to being able to renew. Okay. So moving on to the next one. Oh, that one, I've gone backwards. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to cover is how your members are going to be able to join your club or organisation, or how you as a member can join. Now, this is worth noting that this is currently in the process of changing. And so I'm not going to do a live demonstration of this. I've got some screenshots for you because this is the new process that will take place, or your club administrators will be able to turn this option on so that the new registrations is going to take place of what's currently on your website. Okay, so your membership page. So if you were just to come into your website and go to the drop down here and go into a membership page, then it's going to have both options in here. It's going to ask you if you have an account, then log in, and if you don't have an account, then you can join now. And you can see here that it takes your email, first name and last name all in this area here. The alternative is to select one of the options from the top header. And you can see that there's now going to be 3 different options up here. There'll be the join, the renew, and the login. So for someone that's going to join, they're going to select this join now button, and they're going to move through to the bottom screen. Then they're going to move through to this join now button. So when your potential member, or when you as a member complete this join now fields here, the system's going to do a search to see if it recognizes any of your information. If it does, it's going to let you know that that you may already have an account. If it doesn't, then you're going to put your email address in here and your details, and it's going to come through to this screen here where it's going to say it wants to verify your email address, and that is to make sure that it's been input correctly so that you're going to receive the welcome email and invoices. And if you ever manage to forget your password or anything like that, you can reset your password because your email is correct. So it validates it from this very first point. If you have accidentally put in an incorrect email address, you are able to restart the process from here and put in a new email address. This here is a screenshot of what I mentioned before. If I've put in an email address that the system recognizes, it's going to give you a bit of a warning and just say you might already have an account with these details, so try logging in or follow the prompts to recover your username and password. It's going to infill the login section here with your email address, and if it wasn't intentional, you didn't realize you had an account, you can proceed through to either logging in, or you can try one of the forgot username or password options so that you can gain access to your account. Now, it's not uncommon for family members and so on to all use a common email address. So while the system does let you know that it's possible that you're duplicating your account, as long as it's a different first name, last name, it can still be tied to that same email address, and it might have been intentional. So in that case, you would click on continue creating an account and proceed through to the next options. So the next screen, once you've selected, or once you've put in that you're going to continue and join, is the options for your membership products. So depending how many membership levels your organizations have, it's going to display differently. So this one here only has a couple of membership levels, and it's got the products listed underneath so that your member can see exactly what they're buying. For a club or organization that has lots of options, you can see here it stacks down the page, and you'll be able to select your different login options, your different level options to see the various products that are available underneath. You also have a search icon, search field at the top here, where you can search for a specific level or product so that you can go through the process of of finding that product and joining up to it. Now, from this area, once you've selected your product, you're then going to be taken to the membership form. Now, I'm not going to show you that because every club or organisation has a different membership form. So you will complete that, and then you'll go through and complete checkout and make the payment. Again, it all depends on your organisation's configuration as to what payment options might be available. And some may have may require an administrator to approve your new membership application as well. But if that's the case, then the system will have a pop-up on the screen that lets you know that that's the case. It'll let you know that an administrator needs to approve your membership, and you will also get an email that'll let you know that the application has been received, and you'll be notified when your membership is approved. Okay, so now looking at the renewal process. And again, this is something that has is changing. So this is a new process as well. But yeah, I prefer to show you the new process than what currently is, because this is obviously what will be used moving forward. Okay, so there's a couple of ways that you might be notified that your membership is approaching renewal time. Excuse me. Quite often, the first notification you will have is directly from your club, and they're going to say, they're going to send you an email that's letting you know that your membership's about to expire, and it's time to renew. Now, this will have links within the email, and with so many scams around today, I do understand that lots of people are wary of links within emails. So a couple of ways that you can avoid having to click that link if you're not comfortable. You can go directly to the website, and it will have a renew button in the membership area there under that memberships tab. Or you can go to the mobile app. And as I mentioned earlier, it will have the banner at the top that's letting people know that you're about to expire and it's time to renew. You can also do a quick check of the email address that the email has come from. It will either be your club or association's email address, or a do not reply at memberjungle.club email address. And that is going to, that might make you more comfortable to click any links directly from the email. Okay, so as I mentioned, you can renew directly from the mobile app. You've got your renew now buttons in here, and this is going to sit right at the top because my membership's about to expire, and that obviously needs to be at the forefront of all the information available there. You can also renew directly from the membership area under that membership tab. Now, if I click on the email link, this is where I'm going to land. It's going to bring me straight to the website to log in, and then I'm going to end up on this page. The membership that is about to expire, if you own multiple memberships, which this person here does, the membership that's about to expire will be at the top. If it's already expired, it's going to be highlighted in red like this one. You can see I've got a renew now button at the top here. So clicking on that is going to take me straight through to renew my membership, which brings me to this pop-up here. And this is going to then give me all the products that are available to me, all within the membership level that I own. And it highlights the one that I'm currently part of with the star here, so that I can see which one I can just automatically renew straight back into, or I have the options of other products as well if I like. Once again, approval may or may not be needed by administrators for the renewals. That is an administrator setting that that can be can be configured per membership level. And it's worthwhile noting that when I click on this membership product, I will have to go back through my membership form, but because I've already been a member of this product, that will all be pre-filled for me. So I just need to check all the details are still current, and then I can go right through to checkout and payment. Once payment's made, your membership card, and if you have a membership certificate available, will automatically update on your mobile app and in the membership area. And you will have an email to confirm your successful renewal, which may include the paid invoice for you, all automatically sent through to you as well, so that you can see that it's all been successful. Okay, how did we go for questions, Lee? Did we get everybody answers, or is there anything there that we need to elaborate on?
No, most of the questions have been answered. In saying that, though, these changes all go live next week for everyone. I'm not sure if everyone's watching the chat. So they go live next week for the whole sign up and renewal process. It will be optional because we understand that a lot of clubs and associations have got help documentation or information they've provided their members. So we don't want to change everything and then have everything that you have outdated. So there will be optional settings that you will need to test on. We will be taking feedback and monitoring it over the first month or so as well. So see how that goes. It does eliminate a lot of clicks and make that process a lot more simple. So yes, just that will be available next week. Check out the announcement that comes up as well. So
yeah. So the administrators. But yes, hopefully it will streamline the whole joining and renewal process for everybody. But yeah, for all the administrators that are online, you will see the announcement in the back end of your system when you log in, so that you know when it's been released and how you can go about turning it on if you wanted to switch over to this new process.
But yeah, at this stage, all questions are from administrators. I'm not sure if we have many members jumping on, so probably they may know. If anyone else have any other questions, happy to answer them. How do we create events? Okay, so that's definitely very administrative. Do we have many members on this session today? Anyone come off mute or put in the chat? Maybe not.
But I just have trouble logging in after the membership has lapsed and been removed. So a member that's been removed does still have the ability to log in as long as they're removed, not archived. Removed members do keep their username and password, but when they come into the members area, we'll just click back over to here. When they come into their members area, they will see that there's no memberships under this section here. Now, that's because they've been removed from their membership level. With the new login process, there will actually be, if I click back through here, there'll actually now be a join a membership level highlight at the top of that area there. So when they come in here and it says they've got no memberships, they will be able to join directly from there. Why they're having trouble actually logging in might be something that's worthwhile raising as a support ticket so that we can look at that individually for you.
Often, and that's what some of this new process has sort of addressed as well, though, when they're coming back and they're trying to rejoin, they get confused if they're supposed to be logging in or joining. And that's where this process is now supposed to guide them through that. If they get it wrong, that it will stop them doing that as well. So
yeah.
We might need to cover how to do events separately. I'm not sure if you want to click us an email. If you want to put your email address there, I'm happy to do that. We haven't really logged in as an administrator at all in this session. So.
Yeah, sure. And generally, Beverly, we do have other webinars that are held fortnightly that tackle the administrator side of this. So this one's specifically targeted to members and the members area, but adding events and things like that is most certainly covered in in one of our general sessions. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll just go back to Streamer. So thank you everybody for coming. As I mentioned, this will be recorded and sent through to everybody that's attended, but it'll also go onto our member information page. So you may have seen this in any emails if you're an administrator, but any members, your administrator might have shared it with you. But this page here, which is memberjungle.com/member information, is available for all sorts of resources for you to share with your members, or for your members to come directly here and find exactly what they're looking for. So you can see that we can go straight into seeing the process of joining, and it gives step-by-step instructions and screenshots right through. There's lots of different sections to each page, and you'll find that there's specific questions that your members might ask. We sort of find them to be a bit of a frequently asked questions within members, where you will have that information at hand to share directly with them. There'll also be training videos that are, again, aimed at members. This webinar will be uploaded here, and we will also, once we've released the new login and renewing process, we will also have recordings of those all added into this page, so that they're quick and easy for you to share out with your members, so that they've got all those resources at the end.
Because we've got a few administrators on, Renee, can you just quickly show the support site? Because that will probably answer some of the questions regarding archiving and creating events that I haven't covered as well. Sorry, please.
Sure. All right, so logging in as an administrator. Of course, I need to identify myself now that I've logged in as somebody else. Okay, so when you're in the system as administrator, you can go into the events, but you can be anywhere in the back end, and you will always have this help icon up in the top right. Now, going into the events will be to your advantage, because when you click on the help icon, it'll bring up all of the events support articles. You can click through to any of those that are relevant, and you'll see that you've got instructions and some screenshots of the process that you need to follow to do whatever it is that you're needing to achieve, as far as what you've searched and so on. If you don't find exactly what you're looking for in the suggested articles here, you can click on any of those articles, and this search bar here is really, really effective. It'll find exactly what you're looking for, and it will enable you to find those step-by-step instructions. On the left here, we've also got training videos. So if you go into the book training videos and click on the watch training videos, there's lots of different snippets of generally live training sessions, but there's one here that is specifically for events as well. So you can watch that, and it'll give you a tutorial of the entire events module.
Cool. Okay. Fantastic. So just everybody, this is the first time we've run something specifically for members. We've also had lots of views and information and questions regarding the members information page, which is why we decided to run this webinar. It does appear like we have had more administrators come along today, which is fine, but it's something that whether or not we will send you an email, whether or not you think this is beneficial, if it's beneficial for us to run it again, or if there's anything that you would like us to cover specifically for your members, whether that be via webinar or via that member information page, we would love to hear about it. So thank you very much for coming along.
So thank you very much, everyone. We will have the recording out, I'd say sometime next week.
Thank you very much.
Yep, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.